Hello everyone and welcome to Life Transformation UK. My name is Ben and today I wanted to talk about why I spent over £3,000 in the last 5 or 6 years on books just like these and why I believe that you should not. So when I was first getting into my journey of self-improvement, I wanted to find the best information that I could, and everyone was telling me that I need to read this book or I need to read that book, and this one was a revelation, this one was so inspiring. So inevitably I would end up going and purchasing books upon books, and it became almost like an obsession for me that I had to have the next book and that I had to get the most fresh information, and I had to get this guru's perspective or the knowledge from this particular coach. And I ended up spending something like £3,000 or so for the last few years on over 300 different books, most of which I never actually even finished reading. So today I want to talk about why exactly I don't think you should waste your money and waste your time on buying as many self-help books as I did, as many books on self-improvement, because ultimately I don't think that you need them, because I don't think the information will be as useful to you as most people tend to think that it will be. Now, the first reason for that is that books in the self-help genre are typically about 95% just fluff and 5% actual useful, usable information. So if you take a book like Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins, one of the most famous self-help books of all time, and it is about, if memory serves, about 400-500 pages long, and most of it is absolutely useless because it's packed full of anecdotes, it's packed full of almost motivational garbage. And I don't say that to be negative about it, and I don't doubt that the book is helpful to some, but the actual helpful information is confined to only a few sentences here and there, so much so that the actual useful part of the book probably only accounts for about 5% of its pages. And I found that theme runs throughout most of the self-help and self-improvement books I've ever read, because there actually isn't any need for that amount of fluff within the book. In order for me to get a specific self-improvement concept across to my audience, it only takes a few minutes of me speaking about it. I can convey an entire concept in a few minutes. If I was writing, it would not take that many words. But the reason that the books have to be that long is that they have to reach certain publishing standards. And if they don't hit those certain publishing standards, the book simply won't be published. One of the other main issues with these books is that they tend to focus more on making the reader feel good rather than actually doing good for them. If you want to convey information that is going to be useful to somebody, as I've already said, it does not take 400, 500, 600 pages. You can give them the information, give them the concepts, maybe talk a little bit about how you applied it in your life or what the evidence is surrounding a certain technique or tip, and that is it. They can take the information and they can use it, because you don't need to feel positive about something to make changes based on it. One of the major reasons that I would not recommend spending as much money on books on self-improvement as I did is that all of this information is readily available for free. Everything that you need to change your life is absolutely free on the internet, and that's what I'm doing here. Is I'm giving away all of this information that I've gathered over the last 5 or 6 years of my self-improvement journey, and I'm giving it away for free because I don't want you to waste as much time and money as I did on buying all of the self-improvement books by trying to get the next bit of information from the next guru, because that might change your life a little bit quicker, or whatever the reason might be. Nowadays, I hardly ever even buy self-improvement books anymore unless they are very heavily evidence-based. And even then, I will try and find as much free information as I can first before I go and purchase a book on a certain topic, because even the most complicated self-improvement topics, things like NLP and hypnotherapy, CBT, metacognition, all this information can be found for free. So what I'd like to impress upon you is that you don't become a self-help junkie, because that is what happens to so many people. They become addicted to getting more and more and more books and getting more information, but never actually using it. If you find yourself with a collection of 300, 400, 500 books, and hardly any of them have been completely read through, then you're not really helping yourself, and you're not really improving your life. You're wasting your money, and you will be wasting your time as well. So you can go out and you can find all this information absolutely for free, and I'd actually like to make some recommendations on where you can find some amazing self-improvement content. So one of the YouTube channels I found back when I was getting started in self-improvement is a YouTube channel called Project Life Mastery, and it's run by a guy called Stefan Pilernos, whose name I can never quite pronounce. This guy is the real deal. I have watched him and his videos for the last 5 or 6 years, as I've said, and I've seen him transform his life radically. He's built a multi-million-dollar business in Canada, and now spends his time travelling the world and truly living the 4-hour work week. So he is a genuine inspiration. Another couple of people that I would recommend, mainly for the quality of their podcasts, are Tim Ferriss, who is the author of The 4-Hour Workweek and Tools of Titans, which I've got just up in my backdrop there, and also Tom Bilyeu, and his YouTube channel is called Impact Theory, and he runs the most inspiring podcasts that I've ever come across. Interviews with some really big personalities within the self-improvement community, and there is always something to be learned. And this guy, again, is the real deal. He doesn't fluff anything. Everything is, he will say it as it is, and for that alone it is worthwhile checking out his content. And finally, the last person I'd like to recommend is a man by the name of Myles Beckler. Now, I've only recently come across his channel, and he mainly focuses on building an online business and marketing, but he's also a fantastic speaker on the subject of self-improvement and how you can change your life by working hard. So I would highly recommend you check out those 4 people. So that is Project Life Mastery, so Stefan Pilernos, Tom Bilyeu, Tim Ferriss, and Myles Beckler as well, and I'll put links to their channels and websites in the description of this video. So I hope you have found this information to be useful. If you have taken value from this video, make sure to leave a like or a comment below, and to subscribe to the channel for more information and for more helpful content in the future. If you want to follow me on social media, my Facebook page will also be in the description below. That is facebook.com/Life Transformation UK. But otherwise, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.